I'm so excited to be here. It's been such a great month of fun. And I've attended so many events this month and have enjoyed every single one of them. So it's been a super amazing month, and I know there's still more to come. Thank you, Alexis. Yeah, it's been a great month being involved in the activities for Choose Love movement and celebrating with everyone. So tonight, we're going to have a chance to just continue with our self-care Sundays and shifting into wellness and well-being. The first part of our practice tonight will be a little bit more active. Oh, yeah, there's a link. If anyone's interested in the rest of the events, you can just copy that for the rest of the events. I know our friend Tanya tomorrow night, another Canadian Connection, is going to do a beautiful meditation from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. So pretty excited to see Tanya doing that tomorrow night. And I know Michelle's going to be involved on Wednesday night for the big grand finale. And yeah, and where we are, there's often fireworks on the 30th to celebrate July 1st, which is our holiday. So it's really a big celebration night for us in Canada where we are as well. So I thought we would get started. We're going to do a little bit more active. I'm going to do it seated. If you prefer to stand or lay down, feel free to do that and go at your own pace tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to shout it out. So the first part will be a little bit more active, and then we'll go into relaxation exercises. So I invite you to just begin. I say that, we're going to slow down for a few moments and come into this present moment. So I'm going to invite you to soften your gaze, allow some softness to your body. And if it is comfortable, perhaps even to close your eyes. And we're going to share some beautiful well-being techniques. And just before we get started, we'll come into awareness and just noticing to your body and noticing in this present moment in time. Are you breathing with effort or ease? And noticing the tension levels in your body. 10 being highly tense, 1 being so relaxed. Where are you right now on the tension scale? And drawing awareness to your energy. Are you wired, tired? Are you in the optimal range right now? And just notice with curiosity and compassion, bringing awareness being the foundation for our well-being. And perhaps you'd like to set an intention for your practice tonight, your well-being practice. And it can be for tonight, it can be for the week ahead, maybe it's for the summer, setting a beautiful intention for yourself. And I invite you to just bring awareness to your body, noticing and feeling your feet connected to the earth. Some people are outside tonight, feeling the earth. I have a beautiful breeze coming in with sunset here. Just feeling that connection. And if you're seated, noticing your sits bones, just noticing that connection. And perhaps lengthening your spine, relaxing your shoulders, softening your neck, softening your face, your jaw. Just focusing on your jaw for a few moments, allowing it to become soft. And continuing to come into this present moment of awareness. And drawing awareness to the breath, the flow of the breath in and out. And perhaps noticing your body expand with the breath and contract with the breath. Just allowing the rise and the fall of the breath, just like the ebb and the flow of a wave. Just breathing into that breath for a moment, enjoying this moment. And gently adding a little bit of movement, perhaps to your hands or your feet. Adding a little bit of movement to your body. Adding a little bit of movement to your eyes. If it feels good, lifting up your heels. Just allowing your heels to come up and down. And just a reminder to go at your own pace, whatever feels good with the rhythms of your body. Let the wisdom guide you tonight in your practice. If it's comfortable, slowly fluttering your eyes open. And anytime you want to flutter them closed, feel free to do so. So we're going to start off with a little bit more active. If you prefer to stand, feel free to do that. We're just going to start off with our 3 switches, which we've done each week, and just one finger above and below your lips, and then one hand over your navel. And we're just switching on. And I invite you, if it's comfortable, to place your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And we're using very calming points on the central vessel meridian system, part of the meridian system, and allowing your eyes to look up and down. And if you're outside, just let them rise up to the beautiful sky and down to the earth. And if you're inside, just imagine you're looking up to the sky and down and up in a vertical line. And then switching hands. The other hand at your navel, one finger above and below your lips. These are very calming points. Tongue on the roof of your mouth if that's comfortable. And again, looking up and down. Allowing your body to expand on the inhale and to release and let go on the exhale. Allowing the breath to guide your movement. And the breath is so important for our wellness and well-being. And then just for a moment, I just want to remind you, so when we breathe out, when we breathe in, we expand with the breath. And when we breathe out, we contract. And it's not just the front of us, it's our whole lungs is 3-dimensional. We're just breathing out and expanding and breathing in and contracting. So just think of that as the whole body expanding and contracting. And placing one hand below your collarbone in that little dip, just outside your sternum, just below your collarbone, and your other hand at your navel. And if it's comfortable, with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And then adding your eyes to this. So having your eyes look to the left and to the right, and the right to the left. We're going through the midline. This is so great for activating our eyes, our body. This is so awesome for connecting up our brain and our body for reading and writing and working and playing in the midline. And you can look at different levels here. Maybe you're looking up at the sky, across the horizon, and then let's switch hands. Again, just below the collarbone in that little dip outside the sternum. Tongue on the roof of your mouth if that's comfortable, and looking from left to right, right to left. And just breathing, not just breathing, breathing, enjoying, allowing your body to become present in this moment. And when we focus on our body, it allows us to become present. It's a really great way to come into this present moment, focusing on our body, focusing on our senses. And then our last one is to really get our pump going. So just at our back, our between, I'm going to say, our navel and our tailbone, I'm just doing a circle, and my other hand is at my navel, getting that cerebral spinal fluid pumping up my spine, up to my brain, powering up my brain, and breathing. And with your eyes, I'm going to invite you to have your eyes look in a figure 8. So whatever that looks like to you. And again, last week I talked a little bit about, our eyes go into that bit of ocular lock when we're in stress response. So we want to have our eyes be able to look out and see more than a narrow vision in front of us. And then switching, other hand at our navel, other hand at our back, and having our eyes look in a figure 8, going through the midline, crossing through. Beautiful. And breathing. All right. And now what we're going to do is just a little tap just below the collarbone. There's a little bit of a soft area. I'm going to say about an inch or so. We're just going to tap those points. And if you don't like tapping, you can rub them. And this is the beginning of the lung meridian. And it's interesting because the thumb is the end of the lung meridian. So it's like you're tapping the beginning and the end of the lung meridian. And often the lung meridian is associated with letting go. And just noticing, is there anything that you'd like to release as we enter these beautiful summer months? All right, now we're going to continue to work with the lung meridian. As I said, it's basically here all the way up to the thumb. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to have our whole hand at the beginning of our lung meridian, go all the way up to our thumb and switch over to the other side. So we're doing a lung stretch. So we're just stretching out our lung meridian, just stretching it out, maybe even having your head turn with that. Add a little bit of a turning motion. Beautiful little stretch. Just noticing, going at your pace, doing a little bit of a twist, twisting the spine, just very gently, beautiful for opening up and balancing our energies here. And then we're going to come back to center. And what we're going to do now is work with the thymus area. So this is a thymus thump. So just sort of at the top of our sternum, I'm going to be just mindful of the microphone. I'm not going to tap as loud as I normally would. I normally would tap fairly hard. And then I'm going to tap at the end of the spleen meridian, which is about 4 to 6 inches underneath your armpit. So I'm just going to tap like this. And I'm going to invite you, if it feels comfortable, depending on where you are and who you're with, to make a little sound. And the sound is also great for balancing our energy. So I'm going to suggest the sound ah, but you might like another sound. So I'm going to really get into this tapping and ah. And this is great for our immune system. For really, I see Tanya laughing there with me. Here we go. Ah, just letting go. Different sound. I can see Tanya doing that. Thank you, Tanya. All right, over to the other side. And if it's even comfortable to switch your hands and have it cross over, just see what it feels like in your body. This is great for our immune system. We'll do a couple of those. One more. I noticed a little bit of yawning, and yawning is a great thing. When we yawn, when we sigh, it helps to release energy. So we're going to do a little bit of yawning. Yeah, stretching it out, maybe do a little bit of a stretch, coming down. Beautiful. Awesome. So let's do a bit of yawning. Now, we've always thought of yawning as kind of rude. So if you feel you have to turn your face away, feel free to do so. So what we're going to do is, if you find that joint, and if you kind of go like that with your mouth a bit, you'll find the TMJ joint there. All right, so use all your fingers. Rub on it, whatever pressure feels good. Now, if you are feeling a little bit tense, that's often a little bit more tense. Now, so that's the first part of it. The second part, I see Tanya's got down pat already, is I'm going to invite you to yawn. So yawning releases stress. Oh. Even if it's a fake yawn, it releases stress. So, so when people are yawning, it's not that they're bored, they're just releasing, they're letting go. So Dr. Amen, who's the Sunday night chilling out yawn, I love it. Thanks, Tanya. Dr. Amen, you know, the doctor that talks about, you know, that brain health and, you know, longevity. This is something he talks about, is how important yawning is. But we're adding a little extra here by rubbing the TMJ area. All right, enough yawning. There we go. You can add more yawning throughout your practice day. Now, what we're going to do is work with our adrenal points just for a few moments. And when we're under stress, sometimes our adrenals get under stress. So 1 inch out from our belly button or our navel and 1 inch up. So that's what I'm going to invite you. 1 inch out from your belly button, 1 inch up. You're not going to see it very well with my shirt. I'm going to invite you to take all of your fingers and massage it. Now, mine is a little bit tender. If it's a little bit tender, it means you need to do this a little bit more. If it's a bit tender, go lightly, and then you can add some depth. This is a really great thing when you're feeling like you're in a bit of overdrive. So this is helping out your adrenals, balancing your adrenals. It's important to breathe as you do these movements. So I'm going to do a little bit of a sigh just because I feel like it. Actually, I'm going to yawn and sigh. Whatever feels good. All right. Since my hands are sore, that tells me I've done enough. So anytime that you feel a little bit of stress, rub those adrenal points. Now, what we're going to do is people talk a lot about the vagus nerve and vagal tone. So what we're going to do is this is really nice for the vagus nerve and also for calming our body. So I'm going to take my hand and reach it as far back as I can. And if you can almost see, if I bring my hair up, you can almost see that my fingers are almost reaching to the other side of my neck. So just go as far as comfortable and hold very lightly and come down to the top part of your sternum. So we're just going to go like this, holding lightly, and it's like cross neck pull. So I am doing this so lightly, breathing just so lightly. And we can do it where we hold it for a moment. So let's hold it for one breath. And then pull it to our sternum. And then the other side, let's hold it for a breath and to our sternum. And then let's do a cross shoulder pull all the way from our shoulder down to our hip. And I'm just being mindful of my microphone. So cross through the chest area and down to the hip. And this gets that nice cross lateral action, connecting up our brain to our body, body to our brain. Beautiful. All right. And now we're going to do our slowing down time. So this is always my favorite time. And yeah, I saw those 2 thumbs up. So if you were, yeah, I get lots of thumbs up there. So if you'd like to just, whatever position feels good, if you want to lay down, relax, whatever you feel like doing, for the next little bit, we're going to do some very calming exercises. I talked about monitoring and modifying. Dan Siegel talks about self-regulation is about monitoring and modifying. And we regulate our body by being aware, that's the monitoring. And then the modifying is our mindful action. So we're going to start off, I have about 3 or 4 activities depending on our time here. So we're going to start off with, this is helpful for the brain and the body. This helps the cerebral spinal fluid. It's a beautiful exercise. So I invite you, if it's comfortable, to have your eyes closed and placing one hand in your heart center, wherever that feels good, and placing your other hand. Oh, good. That yawning is good. Keep it going. Don't worry about it. Have fun with that. And one hand just above your ear. Now, the big thing is any hand that's on your head for this activity. That's great. I love it. The hand that's on your head, hold it lightly. So we're going to hold this for several breaths, holding it lightly. Your hand is either at the top of your sternum or the middle of your sternum, depending on what feels best for you. So we're going to just focus on the breath and allow the breath to calm our body. And when we do a long, slow exhale, it actually activates our parasympathetic nervous system. It helps with our vagal tone. It's something that we can do to help us go to sleep at night. So this is a great thing to do at this time of day, is when you inhale, allowing your whole torso to expand, front and back. And when you exhale, allow it to slowly just to come back towards your navel and spine. So just focusing on the expansion and contraction of the breath and allowing the exhale to be longer and slower than the inhale. And this will help to bring calm relaxation, not only to your body, but to your mind. And sliding the hand that's above your ear down to your heart center, and then placing your other hand on your forehead. And you can place it across your forehead, horizontally or vertically, whatever feels better for you. The hand that's on your forehead is very light. Holding it lightly, holding your other hand on your sternum. And we're going to sit here for a few breaths, allowing the breath to guide your body into relaxation. Allowing the breath to guide you into this present moment of awareness. Holding lightly as you breathe in, expand your whole torso. And as you breathe out, allow it to release slowly. Relaxing your whole body, your mind, your being. Sliding the hand down from your head down to your heart. And then we're going to place one hand on top of our head, the other hand at our heart, on our sternum, wherever that feels good. And having your hand whatever way feels good. It can be vertically or horizontally going across the top of your head. Noticing the warmth of your hand, maybe feeling the energy in your hands. Knowing that you have healing hands, nurturing hands. And that this movement is nourishing you. Allowing your breath to guide you. Slowing the exhale down. And sliding that hand down to heart center. Moving your other hand up beside your other ear. Just holding lightly above your ear. Holding lightly. Envisioning your intention that you have set for today, perhaps this week, this summer. And just really visualizing, what does that intention look like? Maybe it's just about a summer of fun, a summer of relaxation, summer of creativity. Visualizing that intention. Sliding that hand down to your heart center, placing your other hand behind your head. And it's just at the back. It doesn't really matter where you are, just holding lightly. Allowing your shoulder to relax. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you envision your intention, notice the sights and the sounds and the textures of that intention coming into fruition. What do you see? What do you hear? And how do you feel when you embody your intention? And sliding that hand down to heart center and placing both hands on heart center. Just for a moment. And then I invite you to place both of your hands holding your cheeks, and your thumb is behind your ears, and you're just resting your chin lightly on your cheeks, and your hands are light. Just holding that for a moment. We're holding many calming points. Taking a few breaths here. Allowing our body to experience calm relaxation. anchoring it into our body, knowing that we can come back to any of these movements and exercises and the breath work anytime we're feeling the need for more calm and presence in our life. And then sliding our hands up to our temples and just holding them there for a moment. Just going to hold for a breath on our temples. And then we're going to move over to our eyes. Heel of the hand on your eyes, fingertips on your forehead, and your thumbs are at your temples. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths. This is very calming. If you prefer to have your eyes open, you can just have your hands out a little bit. If you enjoy having your eyes closed, just to calm down that part of your sensory awareness. We've been looking on computers for so long now that it's nice to give our eyes a break. Holding lightly. We're holding many, many calming points on our face here. And then we're just going to do a triple warmer smoothly several times. So we're going to take our hands, move them to our temples, above our ears, and down to our shoulders. And we're just going to come up and do that several times. I'm holding my hands lightly. I'm going down behind my ears. And we are doing part of the triple warmer meridian very slowly. And this is so calming. The triple warmer meridian is associated with fight, flight, or freeze. And by having this go slowly and backwards on this meridian, we're calming it down. We're saying, we're okay, and we're just smoothing it down. Beautiful. And then just landing on your eye area again, just holding lightly. Beautiful. And then just bring your hands down. We're going to do two more things tonight. I'm going to sneak in two more things. Placing your right hand underneath your left armpit, again, just over beside the chest at the end of the spleen meridian. And your left hand's going to go at the soft spot above your elbow. So we're actually working with the spleen meridian and triple warmer. And this is a hug. And I noticed I naturally did this, crossing your ankles. So we're going to add a figure 8 action. We're just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. This is something that you can do when you're in a meeting. This is something you can do when you're laying down in bed. And this is a beautiful calming movement. So the spleen is about metabolizing and helping the immune system and some other systems. And the triple warmer, what we want to do is calm it. And just say, you know what, we're good right now. We're calm, we're relaxed. And we often do this for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just going to do this for a short period of time. And then I'm going to switch, crossing over my other ankle, putting my other hand underneath my armpit and the other hand on the soft spot above my elbow, holding lightly, crossing my ankles, allowing the breath to guide me, noticing the flow of the breath in and the breath out. And perhaps noticing your spine lengthen on the inhale and relaxing on the exhale. And breathing in and out through your nose is very calming to your body. And then to end this one, we uncross our ankles, bring our fingertips together, place our thumbs at our heart center. And normally I would do that just a teeny bit longer. There's one more thing I'd like to do tonight. All right, so for the last one, I'm going to give you a couple of different choices. You can place one hand at your heart center, one hand below your navel, or the heel of your hand in your heart center, your fingertips reaching up to your lung area. Whatever feels best for you, or even just placing your hands on your lap. And what I'm going to do is a rain meditation. And this meditation was developed, I think, in the 80s by Michelle McDonald. And then it's been adapted by many people, including Tara Brach. So I thought we'd end with a beautiful rain meditation. And we've had some great rain here the last couple of days, and everything looks lush here, tropical. So just to end it, for this meditation, I invite you to take just a teeny little discomfort in your life. And I mean something 5 or less. A 5 and above will put you maybe into stress response. And the goal is that we just practice calming for our body. So something 5 and below. And for me right now, it's my kitchen is a little bit messy. So that's what my discomfort's going to be. So I invite you to just feel that discomfort for a moment and keep it a low discomfort. And I invite you to soften your gaze or close your eyes. So for rain, the R is for recognize, and it's all about awareness. Well-being is about awareness. So recognize as you think about that discomfort, what is happening? As you reflect on this, what is happening right now inside of me as I take a few moments to reflect on this discomfort? And what sensations am I most aware of? And the A in rain is for allow. And when we allow that discomfort to be held, when we allow that discomfort to have a voice and be seen, that helps us to move through it. So I'm going to invite you to allow that discomfort, to let it be seen, to let it be, to hold it in this moment, and to simply be present. And the I in rain stands for investigate. So we investigate with curiosity and compassion and non-judgment. Just investigate this experience. And sometimes when we investigate discomfort, emotions come up. And emotions are a part of our life. And just to allow through this beautiful investigation, if any emotions come up, any sensations come up, and just notice what is going on. And the N in rain is referred to as 2 things, either non-attachment or nourishment. So non-attachment to what has come up, and yet nourishment for ourselves. So as you think about this discomfort and you've allowed it, you've noticed it, you've given it a voice, you've paid attention, what is it that you need? What is it that you desire in this moment for nourishment and nurturing, for well-being? And just gently place attention on that. And perhaps even placing your attention on your hands, providing nourishment and care and compassion to you. And you've had the opportunity to look at this discomfort through the eyes, the lens of rain, recognize through awareness, allow, investigating with curiosity and compassion, and nurturing and nourishing. Focusing on the breath for a moment, perhaps deepening the breath, allowing for a beautiful long exhale. If it's comfortable, pressing your hands together in heart center. I'd like to thank you for being with me on this journey, for celebrating the month of fun with the Choose Love movement. It's been such a great month. And many blessings to all of you. Blessings of courage and gratitude, forgiveness, compassion and action, and choosing love. Have the most spectacular summer. And I look forward to seeing you at the celebration this week and tomorrow night at Tanya's meditation. Have a great week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.